So hi guys, good morning. We'll have like two more minutes. Let one more of our friend join. Then we'll start the session. Okay. Okay then. Hi guys, good morning. Today we have Mr. Karunakaran Vijayaraghavan, associate consultant at Ellucian, and he is also working in full stack development. And the Ellucian company is located in Bangalore. So before his career in Ellucian, he was an RPA developer, which is robotic process automation, at SaaS Technologies. And also he is a proud alumni of Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science. Uh, so we welcome you, Mr. Karunakaran sir. Uh, and also we love to have you here, so you can preside over the webinar. And we also request you to have an elaborate session because our students are so much indulged with technologies nowadays. So we would welcome you, sir. Hi, and you can start the session right now.
Thanks, Vishnu. Thanks for a wonderful introduction. So, yeah, before we are moving on to session, the participants actually know what was SaaS, or you people already heard of what is SaaS? You can unmute and you can speak so that it will be more interactive, I guess.
It can be more interactive with Mr. Karan. Yeah. So as per my experience, yep, Sutish, yep, you can.
Sir, it's a software sir, which is allows the user to connect with the internet and can also use the cloud-based apps over the internet.
Right. Yeah, you're right actually. So, may I know which stream you are in?
So computer science and design.
Awesome. Yeah. So well, actually, what you mentioned, so SaaS is a kind of in my understanding, as well as I was completely new to the SaaS, but new in sense little old. I have kind of experience around 1 to 2 years on the SaaS technologies. So today I'll be sharing with you what is SaaS and how this is actually used in the industries, as well as how the people would like to boost their career stuffs, as well as the people who are actually like to start their business on their own, right? I mean, if the people who are actually willing to make any sort of startup, then they can keep this as a kind of a pro concept on that, right? So without any delay, let me move to my presentations. Okay, let me make it to the presenters mode, and where is to share? Okay, is my screen is visible?
Yes, Mr. Karan. Yeah.
So, okay, let me post this and in the presenters. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. So today we'll be discussing on unlocking the future with SaaS technologies. So if you see, like nowadays, this technology is more popular, which is equivalent to the artificial intelligence and machine learning. So you people would have known that artificial intelligence and machine learning things which have become a kind of emerging and groundbreaking technology from past 2 to 3 years before onwards. But nowadays, like if you see, if you interact with any people who are actually working on the industry professionals, so they would say that SaaS is a kind of thing which is taking the grounds, right? Why this SaaS? So why the people and even the companies actually why they are moving with the SaaS? So everything we will discuss on this webinar. And if you have any questions, you can drop on your chat. We can discuss. It's a kind of chit chat, so that is actually a part of session itself. So yeah, if you have any questions on any sort of things like whether what will be the career opportunities on the SaaS technologies, or what will be the technology that is involved in the SaaS, so you can just drop it on the Google chat, so we can review it after this session, right? So yeah, embrace the power of SaaS. So with the help of SaaS, we can actually unlock the endless possibilities. It's actually a kind of like you don't need to worry of the things like especially if you're buying any sort of software or any sort of applications, then you no need to worry of all of these things, right? So it's actually a kind of like so once if you buy a product, it's actually up to the people who are actually selling the product. I mean, the softwares. So any sort of updates or any technological upgrades or any security patches, so everything will be taken care on this SaaS platforms. So yeah, and with the help of SaaS, you can boost your business as well as you can also bring up with more innovative things on your business, right? Let me move on to next slide. Introduction to SaaS revolutionizing the way we work. So if you see, like before 5 years or 10 years, you people would have seen like something called of like if you are actually installing some software, or we can take like if you are installing some sort of games in your PC. In that case, like you have to buy that CD, or if you need to buy that some sort of external devices to we get it installed, right? I mean, it's not in the form of like a virtual manner, so you have to have it everything in a hard drive thing, right? So you have to install them, and they will be issuing some sort of license key to you, and based on your local, so like once if you connected with the internet, so they will actually keep track of, okay, so you're using a licensed versions of games or any sort of software, right? So but the things should have changed now. So if you need to download any games or anything, and you have to play those games or any sort of software which you would like to use it, then that will be available readily in the cloud. So they will be providing the space. Someone is actually providing the cloud services, and someone is actually hosting the applications, right? So we don't need to worry of those things. So that will be taken care by the cloud service providers. So they have their own infrastructure, they have their own platforms, and they even some of the CSPs, they're actually providing the like a kind of softwares too. So yeah, that's how, like if you see in I still remember when I played a game like which is GTA 6. I'm not sure who are all played with us. So that game is a kind of thing which in 2013 when it was introduced, so it was a kind of like around for 30 or 60 GB, right? So I forget it. So that much amount of space, if you need to play with the PC, so it will definitely reduces your PC speed, right? So but now if you take like you can directly go with the Steam, and you can just buy some sort of subscription in a monthly basis, and you can play whatever games you need. So there is no storage problem issues, anything. So there will be replicas will be happen at the back end of cloud, right? So that is what this SaaS. So it's something like readily available and there is no zero downtime. So you will be able to get that applications like in 24 into 7. So like there is no downtime. If there is any server maintenance will be there, so that will be notified, and that will be also won't affect your services actually. So that's how the Flipkart and Amazon things, everything is working nowadays, right? So yeah, accessible anywhere, automation, updates, and flexible scalability. So this is the some of the key concepts or key things which is actually SaaS is providing to us. So we can use this software anywhere. If you see, like in the past decades, so if you need to use any sort of applications, then you need to go to that physical place and you have to, you have to just pay some sort of amount and you have to use that resource. Like for example, the people who would have use the softwares, which is like it's very higher cost, right? So if you need to access those software itself, like you have to go to that particular center and you have to pay some sort of money, and you can take it as class as well as they will also train you on that software, right? Because that is an ERP thing which is quite costlier than the rest of the software. So that was actually got broken with the help of the SaaS. So you can use any sort of software in any place. Only thing which you actually need is an internet connection. A strong internet connection is required. So updates, like if you see, like nowadays, the Windows, if they actually push any sort of update, so you will directly get them, like, or else like it's a kind of automated updates in sense, like after some point of time, that will be automatically updated, right? So there is no manual intervention is required. This is actually boosting the business and as well as your local machine performance too, right? So you don't need to worry of the things like so what happens if I don't update? Definitely, if you not update any sort of software, then there will be a like update is not a kind of update, I can say. Like it's actually something like security patches will be also embedded in this automatic updates, and like the maintenance things, everything will be included in this automated update. So we need to be very sure on that. Like there comes the SaaS. So if you are actually using any sort of SaaS thing, then updates will be pushed regularly and security patches will be pushed regularly. The best example I can say like a WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is actually pushing the regular bug fixes. Pushing is nothing but they are actually publishing the updates from the cloud to the local host, which is actually connected with their DNS or kind of endpoints, right? Yeah. Scalability. So like I guess like many of them are a college students. So basically, the scalability is something which is the one of the best key thing which is available on SaaS. So scalability, it's a kind of like if you're actually having a business and you tend to sell your products at the festive season. You're actually running that business for an entire, like I can say like around 365 days, and you would like to boost your business, right? So that you're actually providing some sort of discount, so that what your marketing team is suggesting that, okay, so if you do this, so you will definitely get a huge audience or huge sellers, huge buyers to buy this product, right? So in that case, what you will do, like you will provide a discount that is a kind of like a competitive discount in the market. Then definitely there will be a high level of traffic will be there in your website. Traffic is nothing but huge level of people who is visiting your sites, right? So that's what, like if in that time, this scalability is the game changer over there, right? So when there is a huge level of people who is actually visiting your site, in that time, it will take a replica of that instance. So like, for example, there is a thing, a server can able to handle only 60,000 requests, right? So in that time, if you are actually using a SaaS, or if you are trying to implement it on implement any sort of SaaS in your business, then the CSPs will take in care of that replicas, server replicas. So it will actually help us you to change the business need, right? you can also boost your business, and your business needs also to be changed, and you can actually try to gain more profits on that, right? So it's actually not applicable for the people who are dealing with some sort of products where there is no sort of demand. But if there is a product which you're actually bringing in the market, and if it has a high level of demand, then definitely the scalability will be a game changer of your SaaS solution, right? And there is no hassle, like you can manage everything at a single go. So these are all one of the things which is actually revolutionizing the SaaS, and that's how the SaaS company is actually working. The benefits of SaaS. So, according to your knowledge, like what are all the benefits you have felt? Or I can ask a very simple question. So, do anyone used any sort of SaaS products? Anything. It could be anything. It should be something like a cloud gaming console, or any sort of AWS instances, or anything like that. Have you used anything such CRM products, which is an open source? Have you used anything on your either from your interest or any business needs? Have you used anything like that? You can unmute and speak.
So well, I'm using Steam for playing games.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the benefits you have felt, Vishnu?
Like I don't need to have like a bigger hard disk to store everything, and the game is relatively quicker because that lag is not there. That yeah, and it also takes less internet. Like I could just have a stable connection, and the rest would be like an amazing experience for me, like to play games and to have streaming things and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's totally agreeable. So we don't need to worry of the storage and the data, even the data maintenance and the security compliances and things. So yeah, well, like rather than Vishnu, so like, there are many participants are there in the meeting, so you can also unmute and speak. Like, have you used anything such? Just to be an interactive thing. So like if I share something, so if you also share something, then we both get learn together and we will grow, right? So yeah.
Sir, I had heard about my Microsoft 365, but have been learning, but I didn't still use it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yes, that is actually a good example for us, as I can say. So if you see at 2008 and 2009, not that much. I can take like around to 2012, right? After that, the Microsoft Office, that entire thing is to be clubbed into one applications, and you can use whatever you need, right? So yeah, right. Okay. So after 2012, like they would have clubbed every software, like every applications together and put it in one umbrella. That is called as like Office Suite, and they would have changed that Office Suite name into a Microsoft 365 when they moved into the SaaS. So yeah, like in the past decades, like if you need to navigate to PowerPoint, then you have to go to Start and you have to search for where is the PowerPoint, right? If you see, if nowadays like everything will be clubbed into a one umbrella and you can easily use that. So that is actually a kind of benefits. And see, if you see, like all of these four applications are a different like it has a different instance, and it has a different parts, and like those applications which is actually running, it also have a different set of logics. Each and every application has a separate logics, right? So in that part, like how they are actually taking care of these things, right? So if they are actually in SaaS, if they do some sort of things on the major server, and if they push to their sub application, then it will be automatically get reflected. So at that time, like you will actually save more cost. Even developer cost also will be reduced on that part, right? So yeah, this is actually an infrastructure thing. So if we are actually talking about SaaS, like we need to consider about the infrastructure. So in the past decades, there are many sort of servers are there. In if you see in the older movies at all, they will show you the server rooms, right? It's called as a mainframes. Mainframes is there, but now that mainframes is actually a kind of depreciating because of the SaaS, right? So someone is actually managing all of your things. Then why we need to have all this mainframes and those server blocks to manage everything, right? So that part is actually a kind of a cost saving thing. That is a kind of benefit of SaaS and faster deployment. So if you need to deploy something in the applications which is used by the million of users or trillion of users, in that case, the SaaS will be a good one, right? So if you once deploy something from the cloud, and it will be automatically passed into all the uh, locals which is connected with that particular domain, right? So there's the faster deployment. If you see the people who are actually working on the cloud domain, so they knows about what is deployment. So deployment is actually in part when the application is full of once the application is actually tested and QA is done, then they will move for the deployment. So after deployment, your software is available on the marketplace, right? So, and it will also enables to boost the collaborations. So collaborations in sense if you are working on some code and you would like to invite your colleague or your fellow student or your friend to work on the same code, then you can just invite them, right? So that is a kind of collaborations which is promoting the SaaS. Productivity. So productivity in sense it actually streamlines the automation things and workflows. If you're running any sort of business, or if you are actually aware of this business thing, so you know about the what is this actual term of workflow or automated task kind of thing. So if you are actually having some sort of work which is a repetitive one, or it's a kind of a iteratable approach, so in that case you can use the workflows or automations to boost your performance, right? Boost your productivity on the business side. Yep. Exploring the SaaS ecosystem. So how many of you heard of ecosystem or ecosystem? Sorry. None?
Just
Let me stop sharing for a minute. Give me a minute. Yeah. No one would have heard of this. What is this? Ecosystem.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Shritish, could you please elaborate on that? Like, what is ecosystem according to your knowledge?
Okay, sir. So ecosystem is an interactive land where abiotic and biotic components are linked together in nutrition cycle.
wow.
Okay. So that is fine. That's in more biological term. That is okay. So ecosystem. Okay. How many of you are Mac user or Apple user? Sorry, iOS user. Okay. Yeah. So Vishnuraj, you can elaborate on that. Like, what is ecosystem according to your knowledge?
So, well, if I work on some gadgets, like for example, if I take MacBook, if I want to have like the same set of informations on my iPhone, I could just use a particular an environment, so that I can just transfer everything, and it could be easy for me to use it. So like if I go with Android or some other stuff, I have to install another app and I have to set up my own space and the path. So it would be like quite like hard for me to have another app or third party app inside my application or the gadgets. So it's like interconnected gadgets thing. Is that
Correct. Exactly. Yeah. So for example, if you are using an Apple window, or if you are using an iOS, if you keep your iPhone thing, which is in any sort of like a kind of a stand or something, which is, or you can keep your iPhone which is like near to your window, then it will be automatically mirrored, right? I mean, whatever which you are actually seeing on your phone UI, like that will be get mirrored on your uh, Mac OS. So yeah, that's what there comes. Yeah, correct. What you mentioned.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me reshare my screen. Give me a minute. Okay. Sorry. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, Karan. Yep.
1 second. So let me. Where it is went off. Okay. Yeah. So this is good, and let me go to the presentation mode. Enable the spotlight. Okay. So yeah, what actually Vishnuraj mentioned, like we can have a kind of this ecosystem is actually a kind of a product module, or we can say like if you are actually developing something, or if you are actually a kind of startup, if you are planning for any sort of startup, and if you are to build any sort of devices, then you can go for this ecosystem. Oh, yeah. Your product should meet this ecosystem to maximize your profits. So that is what in platforms, applications, and integration. So platforms, in sense like the place where you're actually developing the things. Applications is readily available one, and integrations is if you are actually try to integrate with any third-party softwares. So let me move in very brief manner.
Excuse me,
Comprehensive platforms. Yep. Sorry.
Like your screen is like stuck with the Meet page.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Let me reshare.
Sure.
Is that okay now?
Yes, Karan. Yep.
Okay. Yep. So comprehensive platforms, like so the thing will be like if you are actually need to build any products on that, especially in SaaS. So SaaS doesn't require any sort of code. It's actually a low code and no code platforms which you can build it, and you can also make it. So for example, if you take like in the past decades, if you need any website, or if you need any sort of applications which is to be deployed in Android, or which is to be used in the Android, then in that case, like you have to write a code, right? But nowadays it's not like that. There are everything which will be a kind of drag and drop components which they have written. So there comes the SaaS part. So someone will be writing a code on the from their locals, and they will be pushing it on the cloud, and with the help of the serverless API concepts, and everything will be deployed into your local. So this is what, and like this comprehensive platforms, which is actually a kind of thing which is used in the CRMs, as well as the basic functional and as well as the business operations, like kind of HR modules. Someone, I'm not sure whether you people would have crossed this term. So SAP has their own HR things, right? I mean, the HR product module. So like the way like they're actually using the SaaS to integrate those things. If you're having a multiple products, and if you need to put it in one umbrella, like kind of cloud or something, then that is possible in SaaS. Specialized applications. So this SaaS actually help us you to build more specific things, right? So you don't need to worry of like I have built this feature, but I won't be using this. That is fine. That is okay. So within a one click, you can delete that feature. If you need to add them, within one click, you can able to add those features. So that is what, like it can able to boost the functionality, and it can also able to provide the tailored solution of your SaaS stuff. Seamless integrations. So this is an important thing on SaaS, especially when it comes to ecosystem. So for example, like you are actually using a website, and in that website you are actually purchasing a product, right? In example, we can take as Flipkart or Amazon. So if you are buying some clothes and you would like to pay that, right? So AWS, they don't have any sort of payment integrations, right? So because like all of the things which can't be like for one company can't able to process the multiple stuff, right? In that case, like they can go for some places or some of the company where the actual requirement of their business is met. So like the same way, in fact, if you take the Stripe, PayPal, Razorpay, so these are all the companies which is actually offering this payment integrations, right? So in that case, like yeah, definitely. If you once you click that buy now, and it will be directed to your payment page. That payment page is actually customized by their third party integration to the Amazon, and they will provide it to them. So if you click buy now, then it will be directed to their third part, like their integration site or their payment portal, right? In that payment portal, whatever you are actually providing it, so they will ask your UPI ID or phone number or anything like that. Then you will receive a request from the GPay or any sort of applications, and you will pay those things, right? So this is a best. This is a kind of example for the integration side, which is a most important thing. So if you see, like if you're buying a Netflix subscription, so if you missed out, if you set an auto pay in Google Pay, like the Netflix is actually a third party system, which is there is no connectivity between Google and Netflix, right? So you will be actually logging through with your SSO or yeah, SSO is also a kind of stuff like kind of integrations. So it's basically like your basic detail will be available in Google, and the Netflix will actually take a replica of your authentication, like some basic details, and they will authenticate with their database, and they will allow us to view their content. So that is what this integration speaks. So yeah, well, if you missed out any sort of subscription, then if you set autopay in Google Pay, then they will send you the reminder and they will automatically take that. So they're like they will be eliminating the hassle. So you don't need to remember of everything. If you are having an amount in your account, then automatically it will be detected at that required time slot. Yeah, security concern. So when at the cloud, like they will be dealing with many bigger stuff, kind of like a huge amount of data and stuff, right? So in that case, like the security is the most important concern. So the SaaS provider has to take care of the security compliances, data privacy, and like they will be also providing you kind of like a hassle-free things, and they will. So if you're feeling hassle-free, then that will be a peace of mind, right? So the security concerns will encompasses of like two-factor authentication and online encryption and decryption. Like if you are actually paying some sort of amount, then definitely there will be some encryption decryption should be happen. Else someone will some intruder will intrude and they will see all your data, right? So at that point, like SaaS provider has to be more. I can say like around this the people who are actually providing you the cloud, so or any cloud services, so they have to be very sure on that part, right? Regarding the security concerns. Elasticity. So this is like kind of a scalability thing which we have already discussed. So like if you see there is an elastic like, EC2, so elasticity, I guess, yeah, it's a kind of instant which is available on the AWS. It's a kind of replica. So once you have a huge amount of request in your server, then directly you can use this elasticity to multiple those server requests. There is no downtime will happen, because if one server is not actually active, then they will definitely move the next server. So that is what, like the automations and streamline workflows, everything will be comes into the picture. And there is something called as load balancer, which is the most important thing on this server request handling. So once if you met that limit, then automatically it will take a replica and it will actually balances the load which the server is actually having right now. Customization needs. So you can actually use this SaaS to boost your business, like by the way of customizing things. So like if whatever features you need, that you can customize them and you can use it. So if you are using something which is applicable only for the agriculture related stuff, but you are actually having a different business, in that case, like you can in that case, like you can customize the SaaS solutions based on your business requirements. Leveraging SaaS for competitive advantage. So agility, like if, for example, you're actually requesting a product from the developer and you're telling like my UI is like that, could you please change this UI? They can able to do it. But like my data is something should be like this, so could you please change on that? Then they have to make a start over, right? Because if they would have created any sort of referential integrity at all, then they would need to have different things on them. I mean, like they have to what I can tell. Yeah, so they have to make a start over, like they have to break things and they have to make a start. So in that case, like this agility will really helpful. So it is actually like when your product is in under development or mid development or it's in a final phase of development, then they can easily make the changes and we can also get to know about of like what is this what was the actual changes which is requested by the user, because there is no code will be involved in it. That is much code won't be involved in it. There will be very less amount of code will be involved in it, right? So yeah, like if you learn some concepts on software engineering path, then they will definitely know of like what is waterfall model, agile model, right? Oh yeah, that same concept which is implementing over here. So SaaS is actually help us you to bring up with new innovative ideas. So even if you would like to show up some projects, then you can definitely go with the open source SaaS platforms and you can build them and you can reflect your innovations. And with the help of the SaaS, like so you don't need to worry of this infrastructure, so that you can show your tech power things, and you can also explain to the end user, right? And this has actually help us you to boost on the continuous innovations. So this SaaS actually help us you to provide you the data insights. For example, like how much the request is actually received, or how many traffic my website has undergone. And based on this, you can actually make a strategic decisions on your business needs, right? And this data, if you're running any sort of business or if you are actually working on any organization, so they will be having this insights. So data insights is the most important component. Future of SaaS trends and innovations. So artificial intelligence is actually a feature of SaaS. Like so, if you take the cloud automation stuff and like I can say writing an automation scripts to make a deployment on the software side, then that part that is there still though, like there is a manual intervention is there, but artificial intelligence is coming to the picture, then they can able to automate the task and they can do some predictions, and based on that they will also monitor the downtimes, and based on that they can able to act on the it's actually kind of like a disaster recovery management. So if something which is happening to your data due to the server issue, then the if it doesn't artificial intelligence will be involved, then it can able to make a auto backup and it can store the value. Like the same way there are many sort of implications will be there. And if you see like in a modern world there are something called as LLM, right? So which is nothing but the open AI. So in that case, like the open AI can able to so like yeah, so OpenAI is actually handling the huge amount of data, and there is a data model and things will be involved, right? So when it to be trained, then the training itself take a huge days to do this. So this in that part, like the SaaS is very helpful. So they will be having like the cloud can able to handle the huge amount of data. So cloud is nothing but a collection of servers which is mounted in the under ocean. So that is what they're actually calling them as a SaaS. And edge computing. SaaS platforms will leverage edge computing, like real-time data processing, and also like data transformations on it, which is a quite business concept. So if you are into the business, then definitely you will know about what is this data processing, right? If you are actually need to process some data, if you are actually collecting unstructured data, and if you need to process them and you need to make it as a structured thing, then this SaaS actually have the capability to do that. There are many data transformations or data processing tools will be available in the open source marketplace. You can explore them if you have some time. And blockchain integrations. So again, like this is something like which is the most important thing we can have it in the future of SaaS, because like if it is a blockchain, then there will be some encryption decryption will be involved in it, and they will be doing some sort of hashing to increase their security, right? So in that case, like they can, there is no transparency still now in the blockchain, but this SaaS actually make us like yeah. So if the blockchain will be comes into the picture, then the cloud platforms, like we can able to see what kind of actions which is going uh, on the exact SaaS things, right? So yeah. And data management, so that is the, again, if you're having a good data management on that, then you can boost your cloud performance or your product performance, which are actually delivering to the end user. Implementing a successful SaaS strategy. It's something like if you're actually starting a business, or you are going to provide some inputs, or in your friend's business who is actually having any sort of SaaS stuff, then yeah, there comes this successful SaaS strategy. Like we need to assess the business needs, and we need to empower the people who are actually working on the SaaS stuff. First thing, we need to provide them a training to get to know about what is the SaaS tools, right? Evaluate SaaS providers. So who are all the SaaS provider? Like there are many SaaS providers are there in the market. You need to choose them who are the best fit for your business needs. Ensure proper integrations. Like once you are actually having, if you confirm like you have a multiple integrations, then you need to be very sure that like you're choosing a right CSP, cloud service providers, for a seamless integrations. Because if you see your product is good, and if you are integrating with something, then like they can able to add your product to cart, and at the time of buying your product, then there is a mess which has happened, then they will definitely go with the another site, right? So at that time, like your business will be a kind of like there will be a soon depreciation will happen. So in that case, they need to be very sure on the seamless integrations, whether the third party is a very kind of like a popular persons on this field or not. So we have to choose those things, and based on that we have to integrate those stuffs into our website. Continuous optimization. So we have to optimize the resources, like whatever you are actually seeing from a SaaS provider. So you have to optimize the resources as much as possible. If you are seeing something like a CRM, then definitely you can you have to, if you are actually having a if you are actually running a business which is related to the CRM stuff, like kind of like managing bills or accounts or something, then you can just go with that, and with the help of that you can actually optimize those resources. So here comes the conclusion, like we can use the SaaS for a better future transformations. Like we can by implementing the SaaS, we can increase the efficiency, cost savings, as well as like a competitive advantage. Like instead of building a product from scratch, if someone is actually building that and if you need to have some modifications on it, that is possible. There comes the customization. So again, it depends. Like many companies, they will be charging kind of higher amount for the customization part. So yeah, and the technological stuff which is involved in the SaaS, like you need to aware of what is AWS, what is either you need to aware of like what is any one cloud service provider platform, like either it's AWS, GCP, or Azure, or I can say like there is something like an Alibaba cloud, I guess. So which is provided by the Jack Ma, but it is not so very popular. But yeah, this is things, and Salesforce also good for the SaaS thing. Right? Even Zoho is also having their own cloud. Yeah, this is all about the future of SaaS and the technological wise, whatever languages which you should know while you're actually getting started with the SaaS, then that should be something like what's that? Yeah, you need to know about that Linux APIs and a little bit of JavaScript, JSON, and you should know the front end technologies and some of the back end connectors like Node.js and Java. That's it. That is very good enough for this SaaS transformations on your SaaS journey if you're starting with it. And yeah, so we can chit chat, and this is actually an open forum, like you can start asking your questions. I'll try to answer them. Yeah, open to your questions. So any questions you are having on the SaaS or anything which is related on your career, feel free to open up. We can discuss.
Yeah, Mr. Karan, we have a question from Nandini. So she asked, like, I have used Dropbox for my certain AI projects just in case to expand my collaborative works
Mm-hmm.
within her other AI projects. So, like, for her future use. So also she is using to store to use it as a storage for her works, and she's still figuring out what are the other collaborators like she can
Mm-hmm.
use, and she also uses Replit to replace her
Mm-hmm.
works in like to have a team project kind of thing. So she wants, like, she's new to these kind of stuffs, so like can you explain her something that can be useful for her own work basis?
Yeah, sure. So may I know her name? Nandini, right?
Yes.
She's in call.
Yeah, she's in call.
Yeah, Nandini, please unmute yourself and may I know like what was the actual requirement? Like, are you dealing with any AI projects?
Mm, so actually, right now I've started my projects like last month. So I'm just using these kind of steps in my activities. Like even our HOD ma'am just introduced the works within the Replit. That's why I'm using it for the team projects. But I don't know other platforms to use my team projects and collaborative work. So that's my doubts.
Okay, so you are building a product, I mean, a kind of project?
No, just like replicating the projects, like just recreating all the projects. That's just in case to learn the old projects. I mean, hereafter might be in my future I can just create new projects, but right now I'm just learning. So
Okay, yeah, gotcha. So Repellent, yeah, I have also used it. Like, if you need to, so where you're actually using that project? I mean, where you're actually getting that project? It's from GitHub.
yes,
Okay, so then you can directly use a VS Code and you can do the version control on your local, right? That is possible.
mm, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that is actually I can suggest that VS Code should be a very best thing for a code development, and Dropbox, yeah, that is a slight chargeable one, right? Instead of that, you can use something like Google Cloud, which is good, but still, yeah, like if you are using Dropbox, then it's fine. And the project related stuff, are you training any model or any AI thing which you are using?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for AI related things, then you can have a separate a cloud thing. So better you can, like, it's my suggestion. If you are actually uh, ready to spend some monthly subscriptions on the cloud, then you can definitely go with the
Yeah.
AWS cloud services. They are very good at that. So yeah, it actually requires very less amount of cost, I guess, like around. Yeah, if you're purchasing and if you're using them for a thing, then yeah, it should be something like around 1,200 or 2,000 it will come. But yeah, you can use as much of services. There is no limitations. If you, uh, I say that if you buy one-time subscription for an year, then you can use it for that particular. Not on a particular project, like you can use for all the projects, because there are huge stuffs are there in the AWS console. So yeah, well, the again that's depends upon you. But Dropbox, I can say like yeah, this is good. And there is something called as Box. Have you heard of this Box Drive?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so let me share. Yeah, let me show that box. Uh, Box Drive. Yeah, this is which is actually a trending stuff. Like you can download this box, and what was the actual advantage? Like whatever you are working on the local, if you put it onto that particular box tray path, that will be reflected on your cloud. So this is actually a complete SaaS thing, and there is a there is a trial version is there. If you are using for very shorter term, then definitely I would suggest the use of box. And you
No,
can
sir. Actually, I'm planning to use it for the longer term. Like,
okay. And you ready to purchase this and use it for long term?
mm, yes.
Okay, then you can go for a box. Then you can go for a box. It's really very good. Like even the present organization which I'm actually working, so they're actually using a box which is very user friendly. So if you are putting some products into that, like if you are putting some projects into that particular folder path in the local, then definitely it will be reflected on the box drive. Oh, yeah. This is what the box link, and you can also use another thing called as what is that? Not G Drive. Have you used of G Drive? I mean Google Drive.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, Dropbox is not a good thing then, and there is something called as Firebase. So yeah, you can use this also. This platform actually provide you the cloud storage as well as like you can also develop your applications. Let me share that. You have heard of Firebase, right?
Yes, sir. But I didn't use it. I mean,
Oh, okay, yeah. And yeah, so this is Boxtray, Firebase, and let me share in another stuff for AWS storage. That is something called as what is that? S3. Yeah, S3 is very good, I can say. So if you are actually need to transform a file and if you need to handle everything on the JSON format, then you can go for this S3. So either the box and the AWS both will be on same price, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so this is the thing you can use that. Let me check that. Okay, other APA projects needs to purchase. An AA project, like, are you using any model in sense like you can go for Hugging Face? So have you explored of Hugging Face?
no, sir.
Okay,
No.
let me share that. Hugging Face. May I know which year you are in? I mean, which academic year?
Third year,
Okay. Stream?
artificial intelligence and data science.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me drop a LinkedIn. We can connect on LinkedIn. Have you
Okay, sir. Of
have you
course.
dealt with any sort of Gen AI?
Not like that, but Just now I'm just trying to interact with you. It's my first time.
Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, I actually did something which is similar to Gen AI, which is on 2021 to 2022. That is something a kind of voice assistant which I developed completely on Python. But I have not used the Gen AI, but I have a query on the Gen AI and some AI related stuff. Let me ping you on LinkedIn. That's fine. And as you are the cloud-based solution givers, can you share some of your company experience over the data breaches? Okay, so that is something. Let me share that. So that is happening worldwide. I can say not only in my company side. So I have undergone this, but luckily my company is actually having 7 layers of security. So it's actually preventing the data breaches, because like we are actually more of our company is dealing with the higher education stuff. Like if you heard of the university like Ryder, Rockland, and University of Illinois, Trinity University of Dublin or Ireland, and I can say Massachusetts College of Arts and Design, Massachusetts College of Arts and Technology, and like Harvard University. So they are actually using our products. So we are the lead lead education related ERP product provider. So yeah, this is what, and there is no data breach which is happening, and like this data breach, if there is a data breach which should be happen in a company, then that is not a company, I can say, because like that is what we are actually providing a guarantee to our clients. Like if something is actually not working, or if it is breaking things, then definitely, yeah, this is what, like that. Yeah, we will be having some transparency on that point. And technologies that we are actually using is like we are having a CrowdStrike. So have you heard of this term? Like definitely, I guess many of the people would have come across this term, like which is the major impact which I actually shook the world on July 19th, seems, right? So we are actually using an CrowdStrike, and we are having the Falcon sensor. So this actually help us to monitor the endpoint detection stuff. That's it. As far as I know, SaaS company have launched a survey for startup companies for safe storage like accounts. Okay, like I have not heard of this survey, so I need to do some groundworks. Okay, I hope I answered for all the questions. And collaborators related platforms, like better you can also use the extensions and VS Code, and you can invite your collaborators and you can make some changes, Nandita.
Can you come again? I just
Okay,
didn't
yeah.
understand.
No problem. So, regarding the projects which you would like to, which are actually using it in Repl IT, right? Replit. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, instead of using the Replit, you can use the VS Code to do that. Like VS Code also have an extensions you can download. Like if you search for collaborators, then there will be a lot of extensions will be developed for the VS Code. So you can invite the collaborations by providing their mail, and you can develop the projects. That should be a very good idea. Like VS Code is actually connected to the Microsoft instance, and which is very secure. Right. Yeah, well, this is good. But Repellent, like I have also used it. If I cleared off those things without saving that, then definitely there will be no codes will be available. So yeah, that is the thing. And you can also use something called as code box. Let me search for that. Code sandbox, like, yeah, this is also, you can use it. Let me drop this on chat. And you can also use something like what is that? Something called as, yeah, code pen. Have you used this code pen, which is similar to Replit, but which is good?
I just heard of it, but I didn't use it.
Okay, no problem. So I have shared all the resources. So yeah, let me share my LinkedIn too. Anytime if you have any questions or queries, you can connect with me. That's fine. So where is that? Okay. Any other questions from anyone?
Like Karan, I have a question. Like, do your company provide any internship for third year students?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's there. So let me show you that too, if you are really interested on it. So if you search for like Ellucian careers, let me drop this on the chat. And yeah, definitely, like if you are having any sort of, if you have some connectivity on your placement cell, you can check with your placement cell, bro, because this is something like, yeah, you can also apply, that is fine, but
Sure, sure.
if still like placement cell will be get in touch with you, then definitely
Okay,
it
okay.
will be a good one.
So, how
Why
was your
this?
onboarding like experience from Ellucian?
Yeah, our company is a kind of heaven, bro. I
Okay,
can say.
how is
Yeah.
that?
So there is no hassle at all. You will have a work flexibility. So no one will actually pushes you, or no one will actually force you to work for 10 hours or 12 hours. 8 hours, that's fine. So if you complete the works prior to 8 hours, then you can have your rest. That's it.
Okay,
In
okay,
our
I got it.
company, like what you're actually seeking is like the company which I'm presently working on.
Mm-hmm.
So they will look only for the productivity. So they won't say like see, there are some companies are there which they are actually treating the people who are kind of the people who are working on some sort of mill, right? Kind of like if they enter into 9 and they have to get in they have to get out after 6. That is not a thing, bro. Like what you're actually working, it doesn't matter how
Okay,
productivity you are providing it. That truly matters. That is what our company, and that's what this company is actually growing, like which is a 60-year-old company, and our company is actually and one of the acquisition of Vista Equity Partners,
mm-hmm.
who's the who actually who actually made acquisition on Atlassian.
Wow,
So
okay,
yeah, it is a good one. Like there are many benefits are there. Like package wise, it's good,
mm-hmm.
and you will also have a peaceful environment. It's good. Like if you need to have any sort of uh, on-site thing, yeah, that is also possible. So there are many opportunities which they are actually posting it on the Texas, Mexico, and what is that? Something like an Dublin. Yeah, so you can go ahead and apply for it if you know any seniors, or if you need any juniors, or if you actually need this, then yeah, definitely you can go for it,
Okay.
which is
So,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, do I have to prepare for something like first aptitude round or like communications or anything else? Like,
Exactly. Like, yeah, you have to prepare it, but you don't need to have too much of that data structure related stuff and things. So
okay.
you need to think out of box. That's it. That is what, like, if in my case, there are totally 900 people were attended in the KPR, College of Arts and Sciences. I actually went to that college and I have taken this interview. So my placement cell, people, like, they would have helped me to attend those interview.
Okay.
And it's actually like the first round we have attended 900 students, and second round they have shortlisted, and we are actually 90. And when we are into our internship phase, we are actually 30.
Whoa.
Then when they actually converted to full time, we are actually 15.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is yeah, like that's what, like we have to run in one single line, bro. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
That is what. But yeah, it's not so very bigger stuff like how the people would have tell about like a Google DSA interview and Microsoft Google
Yeah.
Microsoft DSA interview. It's not like that. Like many people were thinking DSA is a kind of thing which is most important you have to learn. It's not like that. If you see, I have learned DSA very minimal amount in my college, but whatever I've learned in my college, I can able to relate it now, right? So I'm actually daily dealing with the I'm actually in the unit of like data processing as well as the data transformations, the kind of ETL process stuff. So I'll be dealing with the some of the PL SQL blocks in SQL as well as the data transformations like converting an converting a huge JSON payload into an array and traversing those JSON objects. So that's what like this is the like we have learned some sort of algorithm like LIFO, FIFO, and yeah, that's what like it will we can able to relate everything, bro, once we are actually into the career stuff.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And logical part, if you are very good at logical, then this company is very good place. Like they actually see the logical thing,
Okay.
like how you're actually how like they will actually think like how efficiently you're making things to be work. They won't think of like you have to complete this task in within this time. It's not like that, and there is no deadline at all.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can work peacefully because if you are actually working in a very faster manner, then client will be really very happy because like that's how the thing is actually working. So how fast we are delivering, that doesn't matter. How efficiently we are delivering a product, which should not break for an one one decade, I can say. So yeah, this is what like we have to think of like while we are developing a product. So that is what their main criteria on that, bro. That's it.
Okay. That's perfect.
Yeah. So this is all about that. And if you need to know more of my company, then definitely you can also search for Ellucian, what the careers. So yeah, we are actually having a core product. It's called as a banner, which is the huge ERP thing, which encompasses of 40 to 60 integrations. That is also delivered by our Ellucian.
Excuse me, Karan. Like your screen is on like the Gamma app.
Oh, okay. Let me stop sharing it and reshare it again. Yeah, this is what our site. So if you need to see some white papers on it, that is also published on here. Yeah, and I can say that like if you are looking for any sort of placement stuff, then definitely your communication is actually a key skill. That is fine. But if you are actually trying for our company, like the company which I'm presently working on, then good technical knowledge, it's fine. That is what they will see. And yeah, so our gold sponsors were AWS, ESM, and TouchNet. TouchNet is actually a global payment company. So yeah, if you need to know more on that, then yeah, I can also say that there are some institution which is actually listed on the site. I have worked on this. So I have worked on this university. Like there are many stories are also there.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, then if you see like many in some companies, whatever you are actually working, so that will be you will be working and there will be someone's name, right? In our company, it's not like that.
Okay.
So this college, I actually worked on it. Like I worked on this university, and this also I have worked on it. Like kind of like minimal part, but still I have had that satisfaction. If I view this site, then I'll definitely have this kind of satisfaction. Okay, so we have worked on this kind of universities. So,
That is
yeah,
great.
this is good. Yes. There will be kind of like some complex things will be also comes into the picture, but still, yeah, we need to take up that. That's it.
Okay.
Let me reshare my screen.
Sure. So guys, do you have any questions you can ask now?
Yeah, it's for your
Yep. Okay.
your knowledge gaining and stuff based like you. If you have any questions, you can ask, or else I can move with the next thing. Better I can move with the next thing, I guess. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So here is the certifications of the career path. So there is something called as CCSP, which is a Crown certifications. If you do this kind of certification, that will be really a good one. You can it's actually a vendor neutral certification, so you don't need to worry of things, right? Yeah. So once if you've done the certification, then definitely you can try for a solution architect in the cloud, or you can try for like a senior cloud director itself. So once if you've done the certification, it's not a very easier thing to do this. It's one of the not quite very complex certifications. There is something kind of like cloud computing training classes, that is an complete AWS certifications, which involves like a developer, cloud architect or associate, something like that. And Microsoft has some their own certifications, you can take that. And Oracle, like I did something like an Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Foundation and associate, and this year also they would have released, so you can go ahead and apply for it. And there are some Proctor certifications are also available, which actually cost you like 20K. And even the nowadays, like I did the certification which actually cost the 20K, which is funded by my present organization. So yeah, this is the roadmap. It's called as roadmap.sh. So this is an AI powered website. So if you need to go for any sort of role, then you can go ahead and search for this. So if you need to search for front end, then what are all the tech stacks is required, so that you can easily get this. This is kind of very good stuff which I've recently come across with this. And you can also generate your own map, I guess. Let me go for this AI. And I am looking for cloud engineer, right? So let me so see, that's it. Like it's in the back end, it's actually kind of LLM which is running on, and they would have used some sort of GPTs for an image generation. So yeah, this is how you can get the maps. And once if you're done with the things, then you can select this box by just hovering on it, and you can just make a right double tap or right click. That will actually strike things. Let me move this. Why it's not coming up? Okay. So I guess that mouse is required. Yeah, if you do some sort of clicks on this box, so it will actually make a cross of it. And so what are all the rest of the concepts which is available, you can cover them. That is what, but I'm not sure why this is actually not working now. Come on. Not sure what was happened. So let me try with the some other things. Give me a minute. And also you can invite a collaborator, and you can also start with your team. Like if you and one of your friend is actually planning for this, then definitely. Is my screen is visible, or it's in the presentation?
No, yes, Karan. Like it is visible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me move to that roadmap.sh. Sorry, I was about to do that.
Okay.
Now it's okay.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
it's
okay?
okay.
Yeah. So let me make a start over of it. So okay, so this is actually a mind map which is generated by the LLM stuff. So if this is actually a free resource, you can use this. And once if you're done with any things, then you can also have a cross of it. There's something called as like editor. Yeah, you can also edit this, and you can also alter the goal which is provided by the platform. Whatever you need, you can add it, and you can also save as a roadmap, and anyone can actually view it. Again, there is a permission will comes into the picture, so only you can view it, your friends or anyone can view this, and you can also transfer with the team. And let me go for this. So not sure which should make a cross of it. Okay, yeah, and if you're actually, there are 2 people or 3 people who need to take one roadmap, then you can create your teams, and you can actually provide some basic details like how to do the things. That's it. And if you are actually having a shared repository for a project purpose, then you can do, you can also collaborate with it. And whatever roadmap which you are actually seeing, that will be automatically populated into your GitHub, and you can use them. That's it. And there is a community is also available, so where you can actually publish your roadmaps, and you can also interact with the rest of the folks. Yeah, this is what the roadmap for what it is, soft skills, which was created by him. That's what, like, you can provide star for others a roadmap also. So this is all about the roadmap.sh. And well, yeah, let me stop sharing it, and I'll reshare the presentation again. So huge thing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this is my LinkedIn. Let me drop it on the chat. Anytime you can connect with me. And I'm also actually doing some sort of consultations on the resume stuff, things. So you can also connect with me, like at any time. But that consultation will be happening only on the weekends, not on weekdays. Thanks for showing up, people. With that, I'll conclude the session, and I'd like to express a vote of thanks to Vishnu Raj and his team for making, creating a wonderful opportunity to me to express my inputs to the people who are actually interested on it. Thank you. Thanks, Vishnu.
Yeah, thank you, Karan. Like, we have to thank you because you, in part of your busy schedule, you just gave us quite a few useful stuffs from SaaS. So that is really wonderful, and we really are thankful for you. And hope you guys connect with him. And if you have any queries, you can ask him any time. He's available, and he's also such a wonderful person to talk to, and he's also willing to teach students, and also he's providing consultation, and which is really wonderful because in part of his busy schedule, he's sparing some time for students for their own upliftment, and it's really wonderful, Mr. Karan. Yep.
Thanks, Vishnu.
Yep, thank you so much.
The participants were actually looking for the extra sessions on the technology or emerging technology which is actually taking, or any AI related sessions, you can feel free to DM me. I'm actually open to that.
Yep. Pretty soon we'll be having one more session because other students, they want hands-on training on SaaS applications, how to
Okay.
start a new account, and how to develop basic applications, and how to connect with other softwares, and they just want to know about that. So hope you know if you have any time, I'll connect with you, and we can have a webinar. It can be 2 hours or something.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
So in that part, Vishnu, I'm working on the integration part, right?
Okay.
So I have not worked on the SaaS stuff, a kind of hands-on.
Okay.
So let me check with my friend. He's actually in Zoho.
Oh,
So
okay.
let me check with him,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll try to connect with you.
Yeah.
And if things goes okay, then I can also I'll be also as a kind of participant over there, and I can learn from him because he's
Sure.
an Red Hat certified person, like Red Hat certified.
Wow. Okay.
He actually passed beyond that overall mark. Like the overall pass is 100 or 100. He actually got 200.
Okay. Wow. That is really wonderful. Yep.
He is actually very dedicated one. Let me check with him, and once he is available, then we can discuss, and based on that we can
Yeah.
conduct the
That is perfect. Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
And we can the only thing will be like if there is a more number of people who are actually joining.
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
trying
transaction.
that. I'm trying that. Yeah, like I have to get like almost like 50 students if possible. That is my minimum level. But
Yeah,
let me
sure,
just
sure,
have it. They had like exams in these time, so they didn't have any time to attend webinars and stuff. So we'll have one more session, which should be like in the month of September. I don't know, maybe second or third week. If like I'll connect with you, and if you are free at that time, we'll have a quick connection, and yeah, let's have like we'll plan accordingly. Yep.
Sure, Vishnu.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
No,
Karan.
no problem, Vishnu.
Thank you.
And the one more thing, like September first, second week, I was completely packed. Like I was actually participating in one of the international hackathon.
Okay.
So September first, second, and third week, I'm completely packed. So we can
Sure.
have something on October. That
Sure,
should be
sure,
good.
sure. Definitely. Yep. For sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, participant. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Karan. Yep.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, guys, I just posted the feedback form in the chat window. Like, you can fill the form. Okay. So thank you so much for attending. Like, we'll have one more session, which would be like on next month with an employee from Deloitte. So we'll just connecting with them. If we have, like, I'll just post it, and if you want, you can just register in the webinar. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Yep. Yep. Bye. Thank you.